I said, okay. So they asked me where I had to put in where my prescription was. I put that in there. So they said they would contact my the optometrist place for me to get the prescription. Well, I got an email back saying that they tried and they didn't give it. So I had to call them back, call them myself. And she's like, "Oh, okay, no problem." And I say, "Do you have a portal? I can put you in the portal." I said, "Okay." So I said, she got me the portal. She sent me the link on my email, and I picked on the link, and there was my prescription. So then I sent that to the mail order eyeglassware place, and sure enough, I think it was like 2 weeks. I think it came, and all I paid for these glasses, including progressive lenses, was $33. So I went from $400, including co-pays and everything else, from $400 to $33. Now I still had to pay the co-pay there because the service they provided, which was fine. I get that. So I think I had to pay like $70 of that because of the contact lenses was a surcharge. And so, which I knew that. And so then I was like, wow. I told my husband, I told my daughter, I said, we all going to be going to this place. So make sure this is about knowing your benefits, because I was like, I would have went out there and they talking about, financing, and they had a special financing, and I've been doing special financing on 400, and it's like, yeah. So I'm going to, for now on, I am going to be looking into that services. Just never know. Even with prescription coverage, sometimes it's cheaper to go mail order. Now for mine's, it was a little bit more. I don't know why, but I can go to the retail and get 90 days prescription. But this was just an update and tell you about know your benefits.
Yes, and it's important to know your benefits. And I see Crystal has joined us. She's saying, hey.
Hello, Crystal.
Crystal,
hey.
I've known her, I think, since she was like 2. She was my
Thank you for joining us.
Sister's best friend. And they grew up together, basically. And she's cool people.
I'm sorry, honey. I just wanted to mention too. There were options too where you could, for so much more, you can get this particular package. So they had package options too that you could add on to it. But I just got the straight progressive lens and frames. So I'll let you know that too. So if you wanted something fancier, more things on lenses, you wanted shield blockers or whatever, or what have you.
Blue light blocker.
All that other stuff. Now the transitions from day to light transitions were free, but I didn't want those anymore. But they do have package deals where they had certain amount, but I didn't get it in those. So I was just letting you know that too.
Yeah, I don't like the blue shield. I have that on these frames, lenses, and as someone who works in video where you have to have accurate color on everything, it adds a little tint to it, and it's kind of irritating. So if I'm doing any color stuff, I have to do this a lot because I need to see what the color is, even though it can be blurry. I have to do that in order to see what the color is like. So yeah, I'm not into that. And the next thing is about some products that she told me about it first. And
this is his update about, remember we were talking about his knees and how it was been bothering him for weeks. Months, so now how you feeling?
Feel great.
Okay.
She mentioned the supplement first.
Right.
And then I forgot. I was like, okay, she told me to supplement. Then I talked to another person. I was talking to someone, and they said, oh, yeah, you need to get this product and get it with this particular other supplement added. And I said, oh, and I told her, I said, wait a minute, that's right, you did tell me about it. So I immediately ordered it, and key thing to this is read the instructions on how to take these supplements. And by the way, they're not intended to treat, heal, or cure any disease, by the way, for those.
Right. We're not trying to give out medical advice.
I am not a PhD. I am not a
MD or OD.
I'm a professional broadcaster.
Right. We're just telling our experience
right.
when we were taking these things.
And I wish I had the bottle nearby. I don't. It's actually in the other room. And I've started taking it, and it's glucosamine.
It's glucosamine
with turmeric.
Yes, glucosamine with turmeric. Bioflex, that's the brand name, but the drug ingredient is called glucosamine.
Yeah, and it's been great. I noticed I'm moving around. I'm standing up instead of it taking me about 10 minutes to get in the house from outside. I get in, and the other day she closed the door on me. I'm like, I'm right here, because she's so used to me taking so long to get inside. I'm like,
it's funny because I could come in the house, take off my coat, take my phone off my purse, put it by my chair, take my shoes off, go to the bedroom, do anything else, come back, and you're still trying to get in. That's how bad it was. It's comical in a way, but it was kind of, it's a little sad. I'm like, oh, no, Jesus, what is going on with you?
and so she had to sometimes we're bringing food in. She come back out and get the food because it's taking.
I was like, come on now.
And so since
get cold by the time he comes.
I've started it, and I've been moving better.
Yes, he has. And up. Prayer,
prayer,
supplements, prayer.
And blending. Oh, I've been blending.
Yes, he's been doing smoothies.
Oh my goodness! In fact, I may have one tonight because
yes.
I'm thinking about. I had a berry kiwi one the other day, and I had put some of my other stuff in it. It was really good. I said, I need a little, what's the name of that sugar over there? Monk fruit sugar. So I need a couple packets of monk fruit in there to bring out the flavors. But it was really, really good. I enjoyed that smoothie.
Monk fruit is a sweetener, so
yes.
It's not
sugar. It's not
right.
Sugar.
So monk fruit is actually one of the better than like the Equal has I can't think of what his name.
It's better than as we learned
Circle. I don't know.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I know we had at church. We had a whole month of health things, and they said if it's the pink pack, it's bad. So
the pink packet is not Equal. That's,
whatever the one is, it's the pink packet. They said that one's bad.
Splenda has a different type of sugar, but still the sweetener is still sugar, but the monk fruit, Activia, allulose sugars and sweeteners like that.
And we got some more people who came in. Savannah Johnson.
Hello, Savannah. Thank you for joining us.
Latrice Grant.
Hi, Latrice.
And yeah, sorry, Chris, I'm not really telling your age now. I mean, come on. But yeah.
I don't know how.
I mean, I sort of, whatever.
Yes, I am so glad you guys came and joined us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now he's really moving way better, much better, and it's like again, it was prayer and supplements and smoothies.
Yeah, and smoothies. I started out. I mean, I've been. I have a health coach basically, and she's calling me. Are you doing it yet? I'm like, yeah. And I'm not lying about it. I'm like, I didn't do anything last week. I'm like, it's just I fell off the wagon 1 week. I was like, I didn't feel like blending. And I was like, okay. Plus, I didn't. I had only thing left in that one pack was cherries, and it was super strong. And I was like, okay, that's a little strong for me right now. But yeah, I've been doing much better. I'm moving, and I love it. It feels great. I don't have a lot of the issues that we had before. Just taking supplements and again, read the instructions. And before, and I also told my doctor about it. So it's not something my doctor doesn't know about. And he was like, good. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you do need to check with your doctor and make sure it's something that is okay. Mm-hmm. And I did tell my doctor when I ordered it and I started it, and he was like, good, that's fine. So I got the good, mm-hmm. the doctor said yes. So I was like, good. So I proceeded forward with that, and it's been good. I'm going to start back my other supplements soon, and keep this push to good health going. Mm-hmm. That's the plan for 24, because it's got to get healthy, folks. Got to get healthy. Too many people are leaving here suddenly, and it's just maybe we should also do something in the future about getting your physicals on time, getting your checkups. Men.
Now this goes back to know your benefits.
Yes.
If your yearly physical is coming up, it usually is no charge, especially if it's a yearly physical. But what you have to do is make sure you let your doctor know that this is your yearly physical, so that way it's a different code they use.
Right.
So make sure you know that. So yearly physical is usually no charge.
And the best time to do your physical for the guys and ladies, mainly the men, do it around your birthday so you'll know. Oh, it's my birthday.
Right.
I need to get my physical done. Get it around your birthday because that way you won't forget.
Yeah.
So you say, oh, it's my birthday. Okay, I go to the doctor. I need to get my annual checkup. I need to make sure everything is okay. And if you're over a certain age, get that colon screen.
Yes.
It's something that's very important. And I went through mine.
Yes,
and
so
I was like,
I mean, there's stuff that they tell you to do on a regular, like colon screening. Women, they tell you should do mammograms every year, once a year. I don't know.
Yeah, we have to say that for another show.
Yeah,
because
so anyway.
we need to move to our next. So I think we need. So again, we didn't have any topics. Now, so we're coming with topics after the fact. So let's move on to our next topic here. That's inside pop culture. Whew. Well, I guess I'm gonna start on this one. Anybody seen? I don't have the clip. Something happened in Miami. They say something happened in Miami. The largest police response in history. You read. All of a sudden, people say, people start putting on tinfoil hats. No offense. No offense. They were saying aliens were at the mall in Miami. Giants. I'm like, giants? Okay. Where's all the cell phone footage? You know, people are quick to put these out and record something, even though they do it this way, which is the wrong way. Technically, you should be doing your footage this way. But I digress. Aliens? Really? Giants?
I'm like, you guys, Lord help us. She's Ernie.
Giants. That would have
I don't think we still don't even know what it was.
We really don't. I mean, they said certain things. It was a group of young people acting silly, doing things. I think the problem was the response was massive.
Right, that's the thing, though. Did it really take when somebody get pulled over? Does it really take 5 people to pull somebody over?
But
traffic violation.
One of the people in the comments made a joke that says the response was so bad to where the police had to park so far away and take an Uber to get to the scene. I was like, wow. Yeah, they said it's this over response, and we really don't know what happened. I mean, it wasn't aliens. I mean, if it was, I guess I got to go and repent. But I'm going to say that it wasn't aliens. Oh my goodness! It wasn't giants. I've read everything. It wasn't
Independence Day, so you know that.
Right.
It was July 4th.
Well, no, it was January 4th. It wasn't anything else going on.
Well, wait a minute.
It wasn't. It wasn't January. It was Jan 5th. So it wasn't that other thing that everybody talks about.
Then we was talking about the one on 6. So it wasn't that either.
We won't talk about that. It wasn't that. So people, we don't know what it was, but that's the problem with the internet culture.
Social media, you guys. It can really draw you in. You know, I think I heard one pastor, she was saying that she was she was on her phone researching something, but then she started clicking on links and clicking on links and clicking on links. Next thing she know, she's an hour in on social media and she forgot to figure out, she had to go back to what she was really on there for. So you really, I'm good. I like social media. It just tells you what's out there, what people are doing. And it's like some things you just got to discern for yourself. And you got the trolls. Sometimes that's the reason why it stops me from doing stuff and commenting, because then you get these trolls out there who feel like they can just tell you anything because you're on social media, you're on live. Just like when people do YouTube channels and all that stuff, they out there trolling you, thinking they can say anything. But we are human. We are human too. We're trying to give our thoughts on certain things, and here you got to talk about this and that and this and that about what this is. Had nothing to do with anything, but that's what happens. And
what gets me is people in general on social media. This is something maybe about a year or two ago. I gotten to the point I don't engage anymore. I've had comments made about people who I know, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time engaging because this is a troll. This is somebody. I can't change your belief.
People are actually on there just
people
are actually on there just to troll, just to leave mean comments. Because that's the thing now. Leaving mean comments or complaining about something in order to get more likes to your page. And that's what happens. And and then you go there and that's all it does is give them more likes to their page. Because if you say something negative, people are automatically quick to listen to negative. They're not automatically quick to listen to something positive.
Yeah, we've talked about this. We said there are certain topics we can bring up,
Right.
And y'all would be like either angry at us, agree with us, or whatever. We just don't do those topics. I call it the third rail. And third rail is politics. We don't go onto that third rail because if you want politics, there's thousands of YouTubers out there. We can refer you, no matter what side you're on.
Democrats or Republicans.
We can tell you who's out there you can listen to and glean from them. I've actually did that. I quit listening to some radio stations because I started getting upset.
Right.
So you get to a certain point, I'm like, it's a couple YouTubers I watch, and I'm like, okay, I had enough of this for the night. So I'll turn on something like last night I watched I couldn't go to sleep. Well, it was this morning, early in the morning, I watched them try to float their multi-million-dollar dream mansion in Washington State. It was actually a really good video. This couple built a mansion on a barge. Oh. And they had to float it because their old floating house, they outgrew it and it was sinking. So because they collected so much stuff. See, mind you, houses get weight, and it's worse when a house is on water. So you have all this stuff you're collecting. Well, you're on water, so the house is going to go down versus a house on land. You can load it up as high as you want; it won't have a problem. So he ended up building a brand new home, and they said the house was $2.2 million. And this is for a floating house. And it took 2 cranes, and it's so funny when the crane operator said, well, there goes that gutter. Well, he crushed the gutter. I said, well, maybe you shouldn't have put the gutters on until the house was in the water. That's one of those hindsight is 50-50. Maybe we shouldn't have put however, they own a distillery in Washington State. It was a really good video. Then I watched my favorite YouTuber that does these cars, race these little computer game cars where they race and do these kind of things. And I watched that. So, I mean, I'll turn to stuff like that, or I'll watch, I'm going to say his name, Remy RC, who builds remote airplanes, huge model airplanes. He's currently, I'm not sure if he's still there, he's currently in Georgia building a huge model plane for Tyler Perry. The guy is so good to where even Tyler Perry called him in from, I forgot what country he's from, called him in to build him a really big plane. So I watched that, and then I watched the other night where a door flew off an airplane. Decompression.
Oh, yeah. That was, everybody would have known that. It was on the news where Alaskan Airlines, their door flew off. Okay. Speaking of which, speaking about airlines, about these viral videos of people at the airport.
I was waiting for you to go there.
Let me go tell y'all something. This is where compassion comes in. Mm-hmm. And instead of escalating it, and you're just arguing back and forth with it, just calm the situation down. There's no point in arguing back and forth. But people break out those cameras really quick. And you don't know what that person is. Look, in an airport, I don't like airports. I don't. I mean, it's like you shuffle yourself through you're just shuffling yourself, not hurting. It's like we have a bunch of big just hurting ourselves in and out to TSAs. You're just going all around, and you have to walk or take the tram or halfway falling off the tram all the way down to one end of the airport to the next because you're on A20 and your flight
about a half a mile away.
Right, and then your gate is on A1. So, by the time you get there, and then they tell you, well, you don't have the right documents or something, or whatever, you're in the wrong gate or what have you, you're playing, that's kind of, it could be a little tedious. Now, when the last one, and when a woman was talking about how she was going through her thing, and Look, I can relate myself because sometimes when women go PMSing, there are times when you really gonna find yourself in an angry state. Now that's the reason why your gynecologist put them on Prozac because a low dosage of Prozac because that's your body telling you it's going through changes. And so she was out here, but yet they wanted to fight. So that way, it's like you're fighting back and forth.
Actually,
that's not right.
They were actually standing there.
and she was
taking it.
And
the bad part about it
walked
is,
away and she was fussing. But okay, you know what?
They didn't even talk to her.
Let's figure out what's going on and how we can help your situation. Let me get you some water. So whatever reason, water calms people down. So that's the reason why I kind of like try not to watch these things unless it's kind of
Well, I watched it because I actually think I recognized a couple of the gate agents because I fly in and out of that airport enough to where in that particular airline where you pretty much see these gate agents. You've seen them at some point. And so I know how the gate agents at that particular airport are. They're pretty chill. They're pretty much like, okay, whatever. They just take the abuse and keep going because they pretty much just stood there and watched. And then I think she dropped an N-bomb, and that's when the whole room went, woo. So but the problem is that the person who recorded it gets all the likes, all the.
And then they have these people looking foolish. And just so that way you can record and you can get your post it on your sites, and so you get hits and likes and stuff. Not even likes, but just hits and views.
The good thing about that one though is if she was to say something happened, somebody did record it. If she said something happened, because sometimes you can be in that state, and you can say, well, they said this, this, and this. And you roll back the video. Well, somebody recorded you. You the one who was doing all the
I'm quite
talking.
sure they got cameras on the gates, too.
Yeah, they do. It's just a little different whenever somebody actually has it. The whole world saw you cut up. The problem is when people break out their phone and record people like that, you're actually embarrassing that person. People have lost their jobs because somebody recorded them cutting up. Now, we have to have that compassion. Realize, is this appropriate that I'm recording this person having a fit?
And it's usually you're the one. The person is usually agitating the situation.
Right. And so people who get recorded, we never hear about the ramifications of the person who was recorded having a fit and cutting up. Some of these people actually lose their jobs because the employer, because you can be fired for something that didn't even happen on the job. Just because you're associated with that company, your employer can turn around in some states and just fire you because you were recorded cutting up. That's the reason why is if you're going to have a fit, make sure no one's recording you.
I think one job I was applied for, and they had a whole orientation about social media.
Yeah, some employers they monitor your socials.
Yes.
So you can actually, as quiet as it's kept, again, this is still inside pop culture. You can actually lose your job for what you say on social media. That's why we're careful what we say because we don't know who's watching. So we have fun. That's the reason why we're not going on that third rail, like I said earlier.
We can have an opinion.
Right. Our opinion is our opinion.
Now, but if you're sitting there fighting.
Or inflaming your employer. So, and that's another thing I don't understand.
People are doxing and stuff too.
How do people get online? You work for XYZT, PQRT, whatever the company, let's say Acme Corp. Sorry if you're real Acme Corp. I'm thinking about the Bugs Bunny Acme Corp. So you're complaining about something that happened. You're getting in front of the camera, and you're texting. I don't like the employer here. Blah. How do you think you gonna go to work the next day and the boss is not going to eventually find out?
I think I read something like that. They were going off on their boss on it.
They were.
Or no. Oh, I knew somebody who went on vacation, called off work and went on vacation and posted the stuff on, and the bosses followed the person.
Mistake number one.
Do not follow your manager.
Or if you follow your manager, don't post that you're somewhere.
Right.
Look. Our general rule in this house, when we go out of town, I usually try not to post where I'm at. If we're not here, I try not to share we're at such and such until we're on our way back, and I'll say, hey, we had a great time here because people. We don't know who's following us. People ask me, well, why is now I do it because my privacy settings on my Facebook page is set to friends and family. So I'll share a little bit more. Publicly, I don't share a lot of content because technically it's about safety. I remember that happened to someone where the family went out of town and nobody was supposed to know the family's out of town, but somebody shared it online that they were out of town. So we know where that has happened. So even in cases where people, you just don't share everything. And sometimes people tell too much.
Right.
They share too much.
Right. I just noticed that Sister McQueen, she's on.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
yeah, she joined us. Wait,
Hello.
welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
And so, sharing too much. I mean,
I look. I post. Well, because I have a business, I post that and the fact and what I cooked today. And that was the going thing. That's all people used to post with their food, you know. So and then some cute little thing that may happen with the family or something, you know. Like my daughter, like I posted me and my daughter. And we went to the store or something like that. That's what I do, you know, just a family fun, because that's what social media was about at the beginning, connecting with people that you haven't seen in a while, or sometimes that was your only avenue. And so that's the reason why now social media just got a little crazy.
Well, it used to be family. Now, for me, a lot of people don't realize this. On my dad's side, it's a very huge family. Massively huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's so big to when we have homegoing services, we literally have to look for sanctuaries that can seat over 400 people. And that's just for first gen, second gen. We're that big. And of social media, I have cousins that I've really never met in person. And I told my aunt when she shared with me that she has 36 or 39 grand and great grandchildren combined. I was like, whoa. And I said, sadly, I only know probably about 1% of my first and second cousins on my dad's side. That's how big the family is. And so most of my contacts.
12 kids?
No, she didn't.
Or 9?
No, she didn't. My grandma had. Yeah, my grandma had 16 children.
So I mean,
16. 6. And each child had we'll say average of 5 children.
It starts to drop, you know. So yeah, you probably won't know everybody.
My dad alone is 10. My dad had 10 himself. Okay, so yeah. So when I tell people I come from an extremely large, what we're trying to do, even on our side, I'm trying to connect with my siblings. So most of the people on my Facebook page are family and people who I either grew up with or close friends with. So I share a little bit more because I would say 99% of my Facebook connections are family and close friends and a couple of associates that I've met and I follow them. That's pretty much where mine is at.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at you, see where yours is at.
What do you mean?
I think you have a lot of people from the ministry on yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a lot more ministry people.
I think from my previous job, I got maybe one.
Yeah, I have a couple of people from her previous jobs. They were cool people. Her former manager, Sean, he was cool people, so I follow him.
Yeah, Sean.
Actually, 2, what's his name? From your current, his name has slipped my mind.
I mean, I follow Rob.
Rob, yes.
But he wasn't my manager.
No, but I follow some people who are.
Oh, wait a minute. Which Rob?
No, from the coding Rob.
No. Yes, no, I don't follow him.
When I follow him, she doesn't. So
I was thinking Bob.
I
worked with Sean and JCPenney.
Yeah, so
Bob,
we should talk about the jobs we've had.
Hi.
My first job was Big Lots on Michigan Avenue and Beach Daily, now known as the Dearborn Heights Police Department.
Yeah.
So that was my first job. No, they
Pickway
tore it down. Actually, part of the Big Lots is the Dearborn Police Department and Home Depot. Some of it in the bowling alley was over there. But anyway, we're going to move on to our next one. This is our main topic of the day, of the evening, and here we go. It is there a difference between a dream and, I meant to put a letter there, and a vision?
Well, yeah, you also spelled difference wrong.
Oh, I did?
Yep.
Oh, my bad. Well, we don't just, because we don't like spelling errors on the screen, we'll go on ahead and just hit that button right there. You never saw it.
He didn't let me QC it.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
It is. What is there? Well, there is a difference between between a vision and dream, and one of the things we were doing is I was researching, and long time ago, if anybody know the movie called A Raisin in the Sun, and they were saying what happens when a dream is deferred. It dries up like a raisin in the sun. And but it's a lot of other stuff, but that was kind of weird. But that was the main thing. And so so what I was looking at as I was researching, what is a vision, what is a dream? I mean, what is the really difference between the two? And basically what they're saying was, it's like a vision, you see yourself in something. And then the dream is where like you're visualizing yourself in a situation. So it's like my goal is to be an actor. This is just an example. My goal is to be an actor. I envision myself a lead of a movie. I fulfilled my childhood dream of being an actor. So that's pretty much one of the things I noticed. I dream of myself owning my own car. This is something I had. I had a dream of owning myself an own car, but I envisioned myself in my Ford Probe. And that's because that's what I wanted. And as faith is, you see yourself in what the situation that you want to be in. So back in '96, I always wanted a car. And so, but I wanted a Ford Probe. Now, that's when Ford came out with the probes. And I literally saw myself in this probe. And I envisioned myself in this probe. And then I fulfilled my dream of having a car. Now, I didn't get the Ford Probe, but I did get an Escort. But still, I had a dream of owning my own car. And that's why I see the difference between a dream and a vision.
One thing about Probe, which is so interesting, is for those who don't know, both of us attended broadcasting school. And the one commercial we had to edit, at least my class had to edit, was a Ford Probe commercial.
I didn't think about that until you just said it.
Yeah, that was one of our edit projects in broadcasting school.
God already had it planned for me to be there and to have that probe. And I knew if I would have asked for that probe,
you would have got it.
I would have got it. But I looked at the cost. And I said, well, you know what? I'll just get the Escort instead. But I bet you if I would have got the Pro, it would have been, I probably would have got a great deal on it.
Yeah, because going back to that commercial, I tore my commercial project up. Tore it up.
Yes,
well, because the guy my teacher kept talking about this other guy, I'm not going to say his name. Oh, he was my best editor. And I said, oh, really?
Oh, I'll show you.
Mind you, by the time I went to broadcasting school, I already had 4 or 5 years of editing and directing and videography training behind me. I started in high school. Mm-hmm. So I tore it up. And I did my main one, which was a 30-second, and then I did an extended version. And he was like, pass plus. I think he retired like right after that.
Well, that's even too. You even back when you said you had used your army men.
Yes.
As a camera people, and he envisioned himself owning his own network or television station.
Yes, my own network.
Now his dream has come to pass that he does own his own
TV station. I mean, for those who don't know, we broadcast on WLPC Detroit Channel 26.6 on the over-the-air broadcasting. BTV, also is Beacon Television. We broadcast 24/7 family and faith content. That's what we do all day, all night, right? Throughout the day, we run videos. Then we have our other streaming network, B2 TV, which is streaming, and it's actually getting ready to be to grow. So I was thinking about this. A lot of people don't realize we are trained in this, because one thing that I have to laugh, and you know this is somewhere in there with the Dream and Vision, she had to do a training video this week. And so what people don't realize is she can edit. Now, she acted like she can't. I said, because she already knows how I am with her editing. When we first met, like I said, we need to tell our story one day. I put her in front of the editing machine and had her edit. This girl can cut. Now, that was an RM440 editor. By the way, we come from a generation of tape.
Right.
So we had to edit on tape. There was no computer for us. Our editing was putting the tape in the machine, and make sure you don't hit a symbol edit, because you just destroyed your control track. You just destroyed your edit. So we used to black a tape out, do insert editing. That's called insert, and it's called the symbol editing. So we would do insert editing, and a couple times when you're real tired, you accidentally hit the assemble button, and you destroy your whole control track. So your whole edit is jacked up. And so especially you can be there hours cutting. Unlike computers, you mess up, okay, it's Control Z and undo.
Well, honey, we may not talk about that. That's between,
but that was a fun.
That may be brainiacs.
Yeah,
talk about editing.
No, that's not brainiacs. That's the streaming maniacs.
Streaming maniacs.
But anyway, that's some of the stuff we went through. But going back to dreams and vision, yeah, I had the dream of owning my own station, and also, it's a lot of things that one of the things when we started our company, the dream, well, actually the vision and the dream was to not only do television, was also to do film, movies, and scripted content. Well, last year we
did a movie.
Our movie came out.
Our dream came to pass.
Yeah, the dream came to pass. And those who were here at the beginning, you heard the opening track, this main soundtrack. Those who are on the Facebook, if you heard it on Facebook, you heard the live. You heard the actual title track from the movie, Hosanna, the movie, and which she wrote. So,
yes, I did. And and just an update, there's one coming out, and I guess it's going back to pop culture.
Well, yeah, we won't talk much about that movie. We're going to start filming that soon. I don't know why we call it filming. Because we don't film.
Because it's always been filming, so it's right. Because we don't use film anymore. Everything is digital.
Everything nowadays goes on one of these.
Right.
Even everything is recorded to this device. Now this is the film. That is the actual film today. So I don't know why we call it filming.
But yeah, so dream, and just because we thought about it even with a vision board, and we were just talking, saying, is there a difference between a dream and a vision? So I did find good old Google.
Google. Google. I'm DuckDuckGo. Sorry.
One of the definitions from dictionary of a dream is a cherished aspiration, ambition, or ideal. I fulfilled a childhood dream when I became a champion. Then it was a vision. It was the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. Okay. So here, there's some things here. Dream goes unplanned and remained unreal. Visions are real ideals with concrete applications.
That's a good point.
Yep. A vision might feel like a moment of realization or clarity, while a dream is more self-reflective. A vision might feel... Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Guys, hold on. Something happened.
She's
a vision occurs when a person is awake and alert. A dream occurs when a person is asleep. So that's going back to a dream state. And a vision is you've seen yourself. So that goes with that last part, was putting yourself in a dream state. So when we have dreams, and if you were trying to figure out what a dream, just ask God, reveal to you what this dream is about. And I just really have been really focusing a lot on dreams, and lately in the last few months he has given me a lot more understanding about dreams, because that's something I wanted to understand, because why am I getting these things? And also you got to realize I'm going into some other point here, that sometimes it's just your conscious. Okay, so now you have to realize, so you have to weave out what is really the dream that God is trying to give you, and what's your conscious. So long time ago, a movie was called Golden Child, and Eddie Murphy was in the dream, so it was more of an out of body experience. And he's like, well, why are you in here? Why do you look like this? And the woman was like, well, that's because that's your conscience. There's some things that is actual, your mind is doing this, and not necessarily some things being revealed to you.
That is good, because I know when I think about some dreams, I've had some off-the-wall dreams. And sometimes I think one of my dreams, I woke up, I said, wow, that would be a great movie. Sometimes I dream in stories. I've actually had dreams that are so good, excellent stories. I actually had to get up, and she'll still be asleep. I'm typing out everything I remember in the dream, and I have a couple good movie ideas and script ideas based on a dream. And so you can have that. So now we got to make that dream become visual.
Right.
So it's not real yet. It was still a dream. Mm-hmm. So basically, your definition, we got to take that dream and make it reality. Just like some people say, make your dreams reality. That statement, I now understand that statement. I was today years old when I understood that statement. We make your dreams a reality.
Your vision, yes.
So basically, your dream becomes your vision. Your vision is the reality of what's going on, and that's a good one there.
Right, and that goes back to vision boards. I mean, last year I was talking about how people who first of the year, everybody, here we are, the first of the year, right? And everybody's doing vision boards. And then here you going down to the end of the year, December 31st, 2023 at the time. Did any of that stuff on your vision board came to pass? You can cut, paste, look so pretty. They even now have magazines that has vision boards. You know, it used to be when they first started, you had to grab magazines, paper clippings, anything, books, you know, and cuts things away. Now they actually, I don't know where I saw it somewhere, they actually had, like coloring books, they actually had a craft book that said for vision boards. But anyway, so you could start doing the vision board, but if you're not activating what's on that vision board, ain't nothing going to come to pass. So you have to see yourself in these situations. You have to see yourself. You want a better position in your job? See yourself in that position. Do what it needs to do to get to that vision. By 3 or 4 months down the line, it would come to pass. It should come to pass.
So basically, we're calling a vision board incorrect. It should be called a dream board.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well.
Because if you're not working in it,
right? If you don't see yourself in that situation, then it's more of a dream. It's a goal.
It's a goal. Yeah, goals. like we said at the end of last year, said it's in the new year. Set goals, but set your goals on small bites. So to eat an elephant, you eat it one bite at a time.
If I put it on my vision board, a Ford Probe. And that's it. If I'm not activated, if I don't see myself in that Ford Probe, then that vision will not come. Well, it probably would come to pass, but
takes a little longer.
It will a vision is you have to see yourself in that situation. A house. There's a certain house. My pastor, she said she used to when she was purchasing her home, she used to have a pot that she would take and she would put it on the stove, and that way she can see herself there in this home. That's her way of visualizing herself in her home. I hope I'm not misspoken on that, but I think that's what I understood that was happening. But that's one of the things. So you have to see yourself in this house. So if you have on your vision board a house, but then that's just a dream. If you're not actually visualizing yourself in this house that you wanted to purchase. Or something of that house. Like you said, you want a 4-bedroom house. See yourself 4-bedroom house. See yourself decorating this 4-bedroom house. See yourself moving to and fro and relaxing with your whoever, with your dog, your cat, or your spouse, or your children, or what have you. You know, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I still want a home theater. If it doesn't happen in this house, we know we still want our forever home. So people say, well, what you gonna do with this one? Don't worry about it. It stays. It's the Garrison house. It's staying the Garrison house. Even if we decide to get another house, it will always be the Garrison house.
Right. You can get words of saying that you get moving, but until you activate it in your own self, there's nothing. It's just a dream.
Yeah, just like I have prophecies about our network, and if I didn't step out on it, I think we started, I forget how long ago it started when we first moved into this house when my grandfather was alive. And that's when we started our 24/7. I believe it was a while back. I think it's almost 10 years. It's close to 10 years since we started at 24/7. Beacon was an on-demand platform for years. It went from Raymond Arts to Beacon. So we've been doing on-demand for many years. And so now we're doing 24/7. So what we had to do is, walk into that vision. I have goals that I want to achieve this year. We're expecting 24 to be a very busy year. Let's move on to our closing here because we are running out of time. I'm looking at the clock. And so it's going to be a very busy year here in 24. I believe that because we have so many goals that we're planning on achieving, from the release of the movie on a digital platform, we're still working on getting that solidified, to us starting our endeavor. We'll announce that once we get everything together, our endeavor, our project. And we're doing things to really move forward. As we were talking earlier today, we were talking about movies in general, content for people of color in general, what our genre has been looking like for a while. We're coming in with a different flavor to the Black culture media genre. And so we're trying to give us a positive spin on a lot of the content we do. I've always wanted to do content that depicted us in a positive, never in a negative. And then,
well, a lot of the content is not necessarily always about negative.
Right.
But it's just sometimes you're getting tired of, some people, you want something different. So that's the reason why we do go towards the Hallmark Channel, the Lifetime channel. The Lifetime it's really nice. It's soft. My thing is, a long time ago we had Love Jones. I loved, so that was something that I'm looking at too, talking about, well, not necessarily Black love, but just a little bit more of relationships, as opposed to, we should not be always having to fight. We can't to keep a man or just to fight. Let's just have fun. Let's just talk about fun. And I'm not always writing it about just for Black people. It's just anybody.
We write for all people.
All people, right? It's just whoever fits the role. Good, cool. But but sometimes I do want to look a little bit more towards that we don't. How many ghosts? What is it? Powerhouse, Power Ghost. I don't know what the names of those things are now. Things like that, and
One thing that sticks out as you're talking about that, one of the actors in our in Hosanna, he made a point. He said he was so happy. He's a gentleman who played the pastor, the father of our main character. He said he was so happy to finally play a part that wasn't a criminal, a gangbanger. He was so happy to play a different kind of part. So there's tons of actors out there that want to play these more less stereotypical roles that we see, and there's nothing wrong with that. I actually enjoy watching some of these content, some of these movies, and we have a brother, minister from our ministry, who's doing really well in film. So everybody has a different genre that they're called to.
Right. His genre is the ones he's doing, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's
ours
nothing.
is what we like to do. There's nothing wrong with that. We all support each other.
Right, and I do I go to his movies.
So it's like we all going to support each other. It's just that sometimes people want to see a little bit different. So my goal is try to bring a little bit more something different. I will always tell, I'm going to do this because I sell lingerie. Just let's
get this plug out.
This shameless plug here.
Shameless?
But and so I want to go back, and I was thinking about having romance books along. If you buy lingerie, I'll give you like a little short romance book to go with with your lingerie. And remember these years ago, they had the whole Fabio was on there, and his hair, and on a white horse. Those are pure romance novels back then.
Yes.
And so I want to go back to those. These pure romance novels. So that's also one of the things I was thinking about.
For those who are on our audio only platforms, that's undercoverls.com. Coming soon. We'll have more than lingerie. We'll have those fun little romance books. Finally, maybe we can get that one book done that she has.
Well, that would be. I wouldn't go with that.
I know it wouldn't go with it, but she has some. She is a really good writer.
Going back to Danielle Steele.
Oh man, we had. I mean, growing up, we had some really good books, and I think that's from the movie we watched recently, where it was. She was an author. I forgot the name of the movie. It was some random movie we watched. She was an author. And he was the Fabio type guy. So
he watched that. I didn't watch it.
It was hilarious. And by the way, so it's been great with you all today. We are. Oh, let me see who all joined us. All right, we have here as we're signing off. We have Raynard Morris watching. One of my classmates, Antel Clark, one of the twins. We have. That's it. That showed up on this one here. So hello to everyone. Now that you all know, follow our official Garrison House channel, which is on Facebook, is Garrison House. Today we had some minor technical issues, so those who are on that page, you missed the first part. We will be uploading it later. Share, follow, and if you have people who don't have any of these platforms, they can always go to YouTube, and they can, if they want to listen while they're driving, it's the audio versions on the podcast side. We're on Spotify, Amazon. We're on quite a few places.
And I just hope you guys just support us, encouraging us, follow us on our platforms. That way, I mean, we understand that things happen. You may not be able to show up every other week with us, but just follow us, and then that way it helps with algorithms and all the other good stuff too. But we just do this stuff just because, first of all, God told us,
right. We're being obedient, and then
secondly, because it's we having fun. We're just sharing certain things. We don't get into depth with a lot of stuff going on, but we just hope that you guys come in and tune in.
Yeah, we try to stay current. Yes. At the same time as we try to also bring up some of the things that happened over that previous 2-week period. So in 2 weeks, you all will be seeing a little different, probably a different look for us for that week only.
Surprise! So you guys got to tune in.
Yeah, tune in.
So and, yes, there's going to be a little surprise.
It's going to be a little different. So I'm looking forward to that, and that's in 2 weeks. And as always, we are glad that you joined us. We're sorry we're a little over. We're like, 3 minutes and 43 seconds over. All right, everyone. We have to get this program going. We'll see you all in 2 weeks. I'm Darnell.
I'm Angela.
And thank you for watching Garrison House. See you later.
Bye.
I can feel it. It's for me. If I can just shout, Lord, please have mercy on me.
There's a billion affairs, got an image to maintain, public upper hand. But behind them closed doors, you're on the last leg. The fast lane's a fast pace for the fast age. It's easy not to complain.
More than
There are a lot of great guys out there, and they absolutely love dancing with new girls.
Here, give her this. Tell her at least thanks for coming out. I appreciate it, all right?
All right, T.
Hello? He left a trust fund for you, and it was payable based on you graduating from dance school.
If you know something, just tell me, man. I don't want to be out here looking crazy. I would tell you if I knew something. Because it sounds like you know something, cuz.
You're what? And I'm totally scared to tell T. Well, why are you afraid to tell him? You think he'll have you killed or something?
I love my music, but I feel like being a servant is my calling too.
Yeah, okay.
So like, how do I do them both at the same time?
Oh, that man will praise the Lord.
Yeah. Seems you and my brother been spending quite a bit of time together. Oh, he's just helping with the music. Oh, just helping with the music. Sir, listen, can you please tell him that Audi is here?
No one gets
Do you
in.
know any other word to say?
Yeah. You do audio? Yeah. Bro, hold my phone.
T!
What?
What do you mean, what? You've been acting weird and crazy and fidgeted and...
I want you to be my wife.
Hey!